Going to try to initiate this stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Live from AWFS.
I can't hear you.
There we go. All right. All right, we're live from AWFS. Exciting. And I'm Christian. And it is day one of AWFS. I'm joined by the one and only Mike Cassell.
Hello from Las Vegas. As Christian said, yes, today is the first day of AWFS. Traffic has been steady. I think it could be a little bit busier, but I think everybody's pretty pleased. We had a nice exhibitor party last night. I sit on the board of directors for AWFS.
What board do you sit on, Mike?
Currently, I am the secretary-treasurer.
Currently the secretary-treasurer of AWFS.
So we had an exhibitor party last night, very well attended, real positive atmosphere.
That was fun.
Everybody was glad to be back on the road and nice to be back in show mode.
Absolutely. So yeah, we have actually quite a bit of activity in the booth today. Very pleased about that, Mike. So it seems like it's a good show. And I was just on with Ken, and I was saying how I think one of the coolest things is that it's great to see so many machines up and running and making sawdust today.
Yeah, it's really amazing. You know, I'm in charge with the routers, and as soon as you start cutting, it's like a magnet. People are just drawn to it.
Yeah, people drawn to it. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the hula dancers this morning, they may have had something.
That was a bit of a magnet too, wasn't it?
Beautiful magnet. Yeah, couple of beautiful magnets.
Couple of beautiful magnets.
No, the girls did a nice job. It really complement, you know, with the shirts and the leis, and really just adding a real positive and cool vibe.
Yeah, very cool vibe. Really personable, down to earth vibe. You know.
I think we probably could have made a little bit more cash if we had a desk where we were selling shirts.
Yes, absolutely. We've already have multiple people online wanting shirts. So there you go.
Well, some of the sales guys got together and we think we may get back at Christian. The plan is that Saturday morning, there'll be a significant number of homeless people in the area all wearing Holz-Her shirts.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sorry, Las Vegas. What are you gonna do?
Hey, it's Vegas, baby.
What are you gonna do? Yo, so Mike and I are live from the booth. So, you know, if you're watching out there on the East Coast, you're probably cutting out of work just about now, or you have been for an hour or two. But so if you're watching, drop us a line. Tell us where you're watching from. Let us know that you're watching. We'll give you a shout out. So we're on. We actually are up on Facebook and also on YouTube now. So yeah. So actually, our first shout out goes to our one of our favorite agents, Wood Machinery Systems, and Jessica's watching.
Hey,
she says,
Jessica, we miss you.
We do miss you. So she says, why aren't the margaritas on the desk to go with the Hawaiian shirts?
They're on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, you just can't see them. So again, we're live on Facebook and also on YouTube. If you're watching, drop us a line. Let us know that you're watching. We got a lot of cool people here at the booth. Oh, actually, we got a lot of customers, but a lot of our own folks are here, Mike. We got a lot of our agent dealer network has come out to the show this year.
Yeah, it's been a real good turnout with the dealers. I'm also very excited since I've taken on the Shoda project, which, by the way, AWFS 21 is really the first official kickoff
for Shoda.
For Shoda in the United States with Holz-Her. We've also got 3 visitors from Japan. They arrived Saturday evening. I think they're still a little bit confused about the shirts, but they're coming around. Yeah. They're coming around.
Yeah.
But they're experiencing Las Vegas. They've been a big help, and it was nice to see them be able to get out of Japan and come over here with all the restrictions.
So
I think with the Olympics starting Friday, they were happy to get the hell out.
Yeah, get out. Yeah. So so as far as Shoda goes, what do we have in the booth this year?
Well, what we're running is a twin 5x5 table.
Right.
It has twin 15 horsepower router spindles, twin 16 position tool changers. So we're shuttling between the tables, and then we're running 2 spindle heads on each demo.
Okay.
So we're doing some MDF doors, we're doing some textured panels, but people are glad to see Shota back. I think everybody knows Shota.
Right.
They just haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of positive feedback. Hey, it's good to see Shota's back in the States. I talked to the senior, Mr. Wellborn, just a little bit while ago, told me that earlier this year they decommissioned their Shota that they had installed in 1980.
Really? You know what else happened in 1980, Mike? I was born in 1980. So
1980, I had graduated from college.
So that show that was there for quite some time. How about that?
You had
So you want to show everybody the show? Can you just bring it over here? Can you bring the machine over here?
It's all 23,000 pounds of it?
Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, that thing, that's a Hoss sitting over there.
It's a battleship.
That's a Hoss. Oh, look at this guy. Should have had some pineapple.
Here's
Oh, there we go.
Jessica. This is for you.
So we're having a fun time. All right, so the show that's cool. Another thing that Ken and I were just talking about, the Epicon's pretty cool too. So the Epicon, first one in the States, right?
First one we've seen. Brand new. The Epicon is the continued development of our CNC product line.
Right.
We made a change to the gantry system, the nested-based machine, by going to a full gantry.
Yeah.
And now with the Epicon, we've taken that full gantry technology and now we put it on the point-to-point machine. Some other enhancements, some software upgrades, kind of a cool built-in chip conveyor.
Absolutely.
We're running an 18 horsepower liquid-cooled spindle, so it's making a lot of noise and a lot of chips.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's been working all day today.
Yep. It's been chugging along.
So look at this. We got a visitor. Rich, come on over here.
What time's the luau begin?
So, Rich, you missed the luau. Rich, introduce yourself. We're live right now.
Hey, how we doing?
And so Rich, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, how's the show going?
Show's going good. Here, you want to tap out with Cassell there and have a seat?
All right.
You're kicking me out.
I'm kicking you out, Mike. Come on, rotate. You never know what's going to happen.
Right.
We're live here at AWFS.
Right.
I'm Christian. If you're watching, we are live on Facebook and also on YouTube in the Weinig Culture booth. And we're just swapping out people. We just heard from the one and only Mike Cassell. Mike, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. And now I got Rich Christensen just wandered into the booth.
That's
Rich, how you
exactly
doing,
it.
buddy?
I am doing all right, Christian.
Yeah, put that mic on. Tell everybody what you're up to these days. There you go.
Well, for those who may know me, 35 years in this industry, former editor of Woodwood Products and Woodworking Network. Been coming to these shows since 1985. It's been amazing to see how far the technology has come. It's great to see Energy back live at a trade show again.
Yeah.
Just really enjoying today and seeing what's new, and was hoping to come by and see what's new here at Holz-Her Weinig, but catch that later. So
Yeah.
what can I tell you?
Yeah, well, Rich, thanks for stopping by. It's always great to see you at these shows. And yeah, what are you most excited about to see here in Vegas this year around?
Well, again, after not having a trade show for a year and a half, it's always interesting to see what have we missed. I mean, hear little dips and dabs of things. What's new, Industry 4.0, what's new as far as robotics, obviously huge part of this industry now. Things that certainly weren't on the radar in 1985 for this industry. So, but the biggest thing I'm hearing is just the overall supply issue.
Yep, sure.
Sure. The industry's doing great, but can they get the material? Can they get the right species?
Yeah,
all
right.
these issues are happening. And then then someone tells me, oh, you're right, we get through all those hurdles, and now we got to find a truck to deliver it.
Right, exactly.
So it is incredible what we're going through.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, absolutely.
So on a personal front, and I'll try to tie this in, my daughter got married last week. Her and her husband bought a house. The first thing they did a month ago is to gut their kitchen. So they get an all new kitchen put in. It's supposed to come in September. And now I got to admit, I'm a little worried after I'm hearing the show whether they'll get that kitchen in September or not. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, no, the industry's been through a lot, but we're persevering, and thanks to new technology and automation, I think people are keeping up. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So Rich, I'm going to have you. I was just going to actually invite Mr. Nathan Gower. Oh, there's Nathan.
bring him
Nathan, come on up
on.
here. So I'm going to have you tap out with Nathan.
Yeah,
Rich, always
absolutely.
great to see you.
Hey.
All right.
Now, if
Take care.
this wasn't spontaneous, I don't know what is.
Yeah, there you go.
Unscripted at the truest sense. Thank you for the opportunity.
You got it, Rich. Good seeing you as always. Nathan, why don't you hop in there?
Sure.
Put on the mic and we'll talk about digital business for a little bit.
Okay.
So if you're watching, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube.
Okay.
And so welcome. You are joining us in the Weinig Holz-Her USA booth and finishing up day one,
Yeah.
right?
Getting close.
Getting close.
Yeah.
Getting close to finishing up day one.
Yeah.
And lots of exciting stuff. So one of the things that we're showcasing here is digital business. And here at Weinig Holz-Her USA, I guess you could kind of say digital business kind of branches off into maybe two forks, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of the machine feedback side of things, and then you got the front end doing order entry and creating that machine data specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
what are the specific applications that we offer shops when it comes to those two paths, I guess you would say?
sure, as far as like software packages.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of depends, right? To start the process out, you've got two sides. If you're focused on like ripping, molding, cross-cutting,
Right.
then that's a big Mill Vision customer.
That's a Mill Vision package.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll do that with InVision, but most of those guys already have an ERP system, right? They have an order entry. So we're just going to create all the manufacturing data for those machines, right? Then the second side of it is InVision, which does the ripping, molding, cross-cutting, and then also integrates all of the orange side as well. So all the Holz-Her machines, nesting, beam saw, 5-axis joinery, everything, right? And then you've got the dashboards, which kind of bring the data full circle, right? We sent the data out. Now, how'd the machines do? How did we do in manufacturing? Right?
Yeah. And those dashboards are fairly dynamic to the point of they're showing really just the information that is important.
Correct. Whatever the customer deems important for that machine.
Right. Because
Yeah.
how many times have we been in manufacturing facilities and they have dashboards up and the guys on the floor have no idea what any of those numbers mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they've got way too much going on in the screen. Everybody's
Right.
like, I don't know.
That's right. That's right. The machine's running. I guess that's good. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm feeding it.
Yeah, right. So no, the dashboard solution offered by Weinig Holz-Her really lets users customize the dashboards per display.
Yeah, which is
display.
really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not just one configuration for a work cell or even for a company. It's really one configuration per display.
Yep.
You could honestly have 2 or 3 displays within a production area.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
that would make sense.
If it was me, right? Like I'm thinking back to when I was in manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
I'd have a screen over by like my beam saws, nesting, point to points.
Sure.
And then I'd have a separate screen in my door department.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Separate
Right.
screen in my finishing. Like I'd try to do as much as I could with it.
Yep, absolutely. Because again, I think with KPIs, with showing KPIs in a manufacturing environment, the minute you start showing KPIs that are not relevant, the entire board becomes irrelevant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The
So-
operators just don't want to utilize that tool.
That's exactly right. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so important to be able to customize your on-the-floor dashboards.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that we agreed on that.
And then we can take things one step further.
Yeah.
And with Cadet, we can track that.
All right, so Cadet, what is that?
Okay, so Cadet is an add-on to InVision, right? So InVision is managing the cart slot assignments.
Okay.
So every time you run an order, that bill of materials, every component gets a specific cart and specific slot ID.
Okay.
Right? So if I come off of the beam saw or the nesting,
Yes.
I can take that component, label it, and it tells me exactly where to put this part in the cart.
And this is a physical cart that we're talking about with dividers.
Yep.
So it has there's one cart and there's multiple slots in the cart.
Correct. Like the one in our showroom, I think has 54 slots.
Okay.
Right. 20. Sure. And so basically, you get a document that says here's where the parts are supposed to be.
Yep.
So now, once that cart moves away from the Dynastic or the beam saw,
right.
As a manager, I can quickly walk over to the cart. I look at it and I say, the documentation says 50 out of 50 slots should be filled.
Sure.
Slot 26 is empty.
Yeah.
Right? And now I can look at the paper and say, Mr. Operator, where's this part? And it has all the relevant information to remake that part immediately. Right?
Oh, really?
You want to catch that part back up to the flow as quickly as possible.
Okay, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Because you don't want it to get to assembly, then you're waiting on a cabinet.
Yeah, and then you're having to hunt down how to even make the part, or what you need to,
exactly.
what program you need to pull up, or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Because Envision is organizing all of the material to this cart, now we can take that cart document and you can set stations at any machine anywhere in your floor. It doesn't have to be a Weinig Holz-Her.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
So I can set up a screen at the Dynastic. I can scan the cart and say this cart is completed here.
Yeah.
Then I move to Bore and Dow. I scan it there and say this cart's completed here. Right. So now you can also track not only how the machine is doing, but how your jobs are running through production.
Sure, and it's and am I right in thinking that then Cadet can also be installed at non-fabrication stations, right?
Yeah.
So it could be installed at assembly. It could be installed at a receiving station.
At finishing. I have a customer now that has a Cadet station when the cart gets to finishing, and a Cadet station once the parts come off and go back into the cart.
Sure.
Tracking every step.
Yeah, each step. And
exactly.
That's fairly scalable depending on the operation. You have as many or at least less steps in the process.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that customer has close to 20 Cadet stations on the floor right now. Yep.
So so we're live, going into the weeds in digital business.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
there it is.
If you're watching, we're live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Quick little thing, if you're on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Facebook. So right.
There it is.
So Nathan, the other thing I wanted to ask about is the Via Cockpit app.
Okay.
All right, so this is basically the Weinig Holz-Her machine monitoring app, but that almost sells it a little short, doesn't it?
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of machine monitoring systems out there from, I mean, most machine manufacturers have some type of a machine monitoring system. But Via Cockpit, I believe, while it has all the, I would say, core functionality that most machine monitoring systems have, the fact that it is actually developed and hosted and serviced by us makes it stand apart. Because it is truly a Weinig product in and of itself.
Yep. It's all cloud-based.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it does so much. It's hard to put it just a couple of words to it, you know what I mean?
So
like,
you're monitoring, you're requesting service through it, you're doing PM notifications through it.
Yep.
You have some job information coming through it.
Yep.
So it really is a suite of apps.
Yeah, and like what I really like about it is a lot of the notifications that you get through this app, a lot of times those show up at the machine, right? If there's a machine error or some sort of maintenance, right? Yep. The problem is, and everybody knows this, that operator's just kind of like clicking and pushing that to the side.
Yeah, because they want to get going.
They want to keep moving.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Now this gives everybody that has the app that visibility of what's my machine status, right? Where are my PMs at? Are my maintenance guys PMing the machines like they should be?
Yeah.
Right? It's awesome.
Yeah. So that's it. So little plug for the app. So the Via Cockpit app I think this is true. We should probably check with Donnie, but I think with a new machine purchase.
Roll with it.
Yeah. With a new machine purchase, you get 12 months of Via Cockpit for free.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's actually, it's more than enough time to try it out, see how you like it.
Yep.
Get the machine installed, get the app, start going through it. you get it for a year for free,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's the best part. Like, even if you're kind of on the edge about it,
Right.
let us turn it on and set it up and help you
Yeah.
work through it, because it might come to find out it's something you really wanted and didn't know you needed it.
Right. So then, once you get through that first year, it's I think it's $360 after that, and I think that's per machine, or it might be per app.
It's per machine per year.
Per year.
Yep.
Per machine per year. So at that price tag, honestly, you're really justifying probably only a couple features of the app.
Yeah.
Right? Because only you're going to look at that and you're going to be like, oh, that one thing is really valuable.
Yeah.
And it totally justifies this small fee that I'm paying annually.
Yep.
Right?
Like having your maintenance guys have a schedule of PMs for all the machines on the shop floor right now.
Right.
That in and of itself.
Right.
What's
Right there.
downtime cost you?
Yeah, exactly. That's
More than
exactly-
$360 a year.
That's exactly right. So really, I mean, it's affordable when you look at it that way. It's free for the first year with a new machine purchase.
Yep.
If you have older machines, contact your local rep, because a lot of times this app is totally compatible with older machines.
Yep.
Sometimes there's a software update that needs to happen, but I mean, especially if your machine's like within the last 5 years or so,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Yeah, I think most machines it's 3 years and some go back to up to 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have a couple folks. Andreas is still watching. He's still tuned in from Germany on Facebook. Jessica's still tuned in. And Manny Turnis just joined us.
Oh,
So,
very nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
So very good, Manny. Good to have you with us.
Hello, Manny.
And welcome everyone joined in. We are live in the Weinig booth of AWFS 2021 in Las Vegas.
I will say this, right? I was kind of nervous going into the show, feeling
Right.
like this is going to be a big hit or a big miss. And
Yeah.
so far, like, I've been doing demos all day.
Yeah, is that
Like,
right?
Yeah, I am loving it. Right? This has just been absolutely great.
No, it has been. I mean,
There's a constant drum of activity through the booth.
There
I
is.
mean, there's definitely an energy here. It's
absolutely.
wonderful.
In fact, that banner's been running like almost nonstop right there.
Yeah.
And now and then I'm like, okay, guys. I know I'm trying to collect my thoughts. And it's just that constant, the pre-middle
click.
hum. It
Yeah.
just keeps going.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I know it's been a good show.
Yeah.
You guys, you can't see the whole booth, but you can see some traffic behind us, and it's been
Yep.
it's been great to have the industry together. I almost feel, you know what I almost feel like? I almost feel like when you watch like the Thanksgiving Day parade,
Yeah.
and you're watching the folks like talking about the parade, and you're
Yep.
seeing all the
All the activities and stuff
so
behind them.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So we're live, and we're streaming throughout the day. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, and then you'll get notifications whenever we stream. We're going to stream each day from the floor.
Okay.
Have different guests on.
Nice.
So like today we were talking about digital business. Mike Cassell was on talking about the
Yep.
Shoda router and the relationship that we have with Shoda.
They've been running a bunch of demos on that as
They
well.
have. I'm telling you that that wavy panel.
That MDF one they had done. Yeah.
That
Turned out nice, didn't it?
It really did. I'm thinking about gluing up some walnut and having them just mill that on a sheet of walnut. Oh,
Yeah, don't
gorgeous.
throw that program out.
Yeah, I know. It's really nice. It's super nice. Super nice.
You're gonna come into the showroom in Mooresville, and there's gonna be those panels everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah. Couldn't help ourselves.
These were all my test pieces. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have you tap out, and I'm going to get Andy Turner come on up here.
That's good.
Yeah? All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Nathan.
Thank you.
Yeah. So So again, we are live from AWFS 2021 live streaming. We're on Facebook and YouTube, and it's a lot of fun here at the Weinig Holz-Her booth. We're just kind of rotating folks in and out to talk to y'all. You guys didn't make it to the show. Obviously understandable with how busy everybody is, and still some travel concerns with COVID. We miss you if you aren't here, but we understand. That's why we're coming live. So we'll be coming live each day of the show, getting other people on camera to say hi. Tomorrow we'll take a little booth tour around the booth to show you the different machines that we have. Again, my name's Christian. If you're watching right now, drop us a comment. I got some folks on YouTube commenting. So Patrick says hello to Bodo. So that's awesome. Bodo's around here somewhere, isn't he?
Bodo is around.
Yeah. So join with me now.
Am I on? Can you hear me?
Mr. Andy Turner. Let's see, Andy. You got a hot mic?
Do I have a hot mic? Can you hear me?
You sure do.
Okay,
buddy.
good.
Yeah. So I was just going through some comments, Andy. So Patrick says, say hello to Bodo. And then Adam says, hello, I saw Laguna Tools Instagram post for the show. What exactly is AWFS? And he said he's a mechanical engineer in machining.
Okay.
So real quick, Andy, VP of Sales here at Weinig Holz-Her USA, but you guys know that because you've watched any of our stuff. You've seen it. But Andy, why don't you give everybody a lowdown? What is AWFS?
Well, so AWFS is the show on the odd years of IWF, and that doesn't help too much, but it is the large show for the woodworking industry.
Right.
So it's for the Association of Woodworking, Furniture,
Furnishings and suppliers. Yeah.
So it's for everything woodworking. So if you wanted to come and see the latest in hardware for cabinetry or for closets, you would see the new drawer slides, you'd see the new hinges, all of that kind of stuff would be at this show. If you wanted to see the latest in software,
Yep.
Whether it be a design software for designing your kitchens or designing your furniture, or if it be there are new ERP systems that are now targeted to specifically to our industry, to small businesses.
Right. Sure.
So a lot of, we've talked about this a lot.
Sure.
Right. 85% of the companies that we do business with are small business.
Yes, absolutely.
And
That's right.
small business might not have the ability, the funds, the return on investment to invest in a large ERP system. So there are going to be systems here that are going to target. A lot of it is, we talk about woodworking, but a lot of the stuff that's here is just targeted at small business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in addition, of course, we're a machinery company, so we show off our machinery for the wood industry over the 4 days of the show.
Yep, that's exactly right. So as Adam pointed out on YouTube, as to watch it, he saw a post from Laguna Tools,
Okay.
Which is another machinery supplier.
Actually, right next to
They're
it.
actually right next to our booth. I can see them from here.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different type of machine.
Yeah.
We have really a spectrum of machinery suppliers here at the show.
Yeah, and it's been great. I don't know if anyone can really. We went live earlier, and we had some people that are starting to show up. I think a lot of people might be camera shy, but there are a lot of customers in the booth right now. This is the busiest we've been all day.
Yeah, no, it really has been. We've been humming all day.
If you can see behind the camera, I mean, it's packed behind the camera over there.
So, Nathan was just on, and he was saying he's been nonstop with demos on software all day.
Yeah. Well, that's the next best thing, right? So it's not just about machines anymore. We talked about software for running a small business.
Right.
This is the next. We're seeing the next evolution in software of how you can take your products to manufacturing.
Sure.
And so Nathan's been showing that off, how with a few clicks of a button you could have a product that now we can send to the manufacturing floor. And what he's showing is how we can send it for solid wood or panel processing.
That's right.
The Envision product is something that we are getting a lot of interest in.
Yeah, the Envision product does really marry both manufacturing processes, both solid wood
and panel, right? So
panel,
it's there aren't a lot of softwares out there that can do that.
That's exactly right. And one thing that we were talking about, a lot of times we hold the distinction of, there's panel processing equipment and then there's solid wood equipment. But but some panel processing equipment, guys are using it to process solid wood.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe that on our 5-axis, maybe right now we're. Oh no!
I know earlier where they can see Jordan in the frame. So,
oh yeah, Jordan's right back there.
So that machine's not running right now because Jordan's standing right there.
That's right. But earlier it was processing solid wood.
Yeah,
we had some
absolutely.
solid wood panels on.
Absolutely. We've done
So,
some
yeah.
processing. We've been raising panels. We were even showing some sanding applications on the machine. So after it's cut, we go back with a sanding head and smooth it down some more.
That's right.
So we're doing a lot of things. We tried to have Donnie Kirkland come on and speak about the digital business side of the things that we're doing. So he's had a lot of interest. He's been busy all day.
He has been busy all day, and the digital side of our business has been growing exponentially over the last year. And Nathan was just talking about that. But so Andy, we're coming up. I think we have maybe a couple more hours in the booth today. So all in all, day one of the show, feel like was fairly successful.
Well, I think that we like to joke. We had a pretty low bar. We set a pretty low bar, and we have exceeded it. Right?
Yeah, that's already.
No, I'm not.
Already.
Just kidding. We didn't. There was a lot of unknown. I'm not saying that we had low expectations. We certainly were hoping that. If you've watched the TCAs, you know that I'm very self-aware that I'm superly optimistic about everything.
Overly optimistic. Overly optimistic.
We always hope for the best. When the doors first opened, first day of the show, it was a little bit slow. We did have the presentation, the authentic Hawaiian presentation earlier. We had a lot of people here, but there were a lot of employees that were watching.
Yeah.
But you know what? After lunch, man, it's been busy.
Really?
Day one, and we're busy.
No, I've been really happy with it. And one thing that I think that we need to do is this show is a 4-day show. Actually, more like 3.5, I guess. But
it doesn't cut off at lunch on day 4. It goes to 2 o'clock.
All right, we'll call it a 4-day show. So now that we kind of got the first day under our belts, I think we're live streaming each day. We're going to get more people on the stream. We realize that not everyone made it out to Vegas this year. We get it, and we totally understand. So we want to bring it to you.
But really, again, we need to say it again. For those who are here, we'd love to talk to you. I was just talking with some guys out in the hall. Just the same things we talk about here, the challenges that are having as a small business. We've discussed labor and how he can't get people to go to work, because of the premium that the people that are saying they want to get. We're going to have to pay too much, and he just can't afford it. Small business can't afford general labor at $33 an hour. I mean, it's tough. And so the only way that they can stay in business to do what they need to do is they need to automate. So yes, absolutely, we're here to help with that. But we also we want to hear how your business is going. How have you weathered the COVID storm?
Yeah.
What are you doing now? Well, so many of our customers have pivoted. That word we were using so much last year. They pivoted. They're doing things now that they never thought they would do. They're doing things now that they certainly weren't doing 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we'd love to hear those stories about how you've changed, how you pivoted, and how you're thriving in this really good scenario now with everybody been so busy.
Yeah. I mean, we do want to hear that. If you're here, come by. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Also, if you're here, if you're watching this and you're here and you're exhibiting, come on by.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get on a live stream together and talk about how business is going.
Yeah.
So,
That's a great point too. I mean, everyone that's watching, I'm sure, is interested to know how busy the place is.
Right.
We're busy right now. We haven't been busy all day. We're really busy right now.
That's right.
If there are some other people that want to come on, maybe some of the partners that we have in the industry, they want to come on, just talk about how busy it's been,
So,
you have some more comments over there?
So we got, so Adam said thank you for the explanation for AWFS, right? We got a few people watching on Facebook. Our buddy Manny Turnis.
Of course, Manny.
Yep. So Manny's watching. And, So, like I said, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, make sure you subscribe, follow, all the good stuff. We got a good lineup for tomorrow. I'm going to try to get some new faces on at the desks here. We'll have some new conversations, and I think tomorrow maybe we'll get Brett Reed, the president of Market Unit North America here at Weinig Holz-Her, come on and talk to everybody. But I think for right now, we got a good amount of activity.
We did get a lot of good feedback on these shirts today.
We got a lot of feedback for the shirts. I feel like
almost to the point where, maybe we should be a little more casual tomorrow, but we'll wait to see.
Well, I think I think it goes further than that. Mike Cassell was on here, and we were talking about potentially having another revenue stream. So, so yeah. No, but anyway, a lot of good feedback from the booth, and man, we're just having a good time. We got a lot of people out this year. Our expectations have been met. That's been great.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Machines are getting sold off the floor at this point. It's
I don't
crazy.
know exactly, but we've sold more than half of the machines that we have on the floor are now sold.
Day one.
Day one.
So if you're here and you're interested, you gotta get over here.
We've got inventory. We've been preparing for the second half of the year. We've been certainly preparing for fourth quarter. There's a lot of inventory that's coming in.
Yeah.
We'll be ready for you. We have it in our warehouses, whether that be in Charlotte, North Carolina, or in Anaheim, California. We have warehouses in both places, and so we're ready for you. But come on in, see the machines. The customers aren't asking us to unplug them today, so we'll be able to run them through the rest of the few days.
That's right.
And so come see what we've got to offer, and we look forward to please come by and meet us.
So we got before we head out, because that cornhole board behind me is calling my name. One more shout out. To my buddy Russell. Yeah, he asked if we're in Hawaii or Las Vegas.
What's the difference?
So, so Russell, I'll tell you one thing that you should look forward to is that we're going to get one of these shirts on Chad Sloan after the show. So it's going to be amazing.
And he should
right?
wear it to see Russell first.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll come over to the shop and yeah. And maybe we'll do TCA 2.0 over at your shop in Hawaiian shirts, right? Yeah, in Lugoff, South Carolina.
Bring Hawaii to Lugoff.
That's right. Bring in Hawaii Lugoff. That's awesome. Anyway, all right. So I think we're going to call it a day for the live stream. Again, we're going to come back at you tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming. Remember, we're on Pacific time.
Yeah.
So it'll probably, if you're on the East Coast, it'll probably be later in the day.
Show starts at 9, which is noon on the East Coast. So
right. So just
we probably won't do any live streaming before 9.
Just make sure that you subscribe on Facebook, follow us on YouTube,
Yep.
or I got that backwards, but you know what to do. And then you'll get notifications on when we go live, so it'll be cool. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us virtually, and we're having a great show. We miss all of you who are not here, but catch up with us tomorrow.
And as soon as this show's over, though, we're going to start promoting the new, what we're doing in October. So
That's right.
We'll have everybody coming in.
Maybe we'll talk more about the October events tomorrow from the live stream.
Okay, very good.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, thanks.